Hi guys, welcome to Mr. Introdent YouTube channel. Today in this video we will be discussing the macroeconomics versus microeconomics under the headings of meaning, objective, method of study, limitations, central problems, scopes and many more. So let us start. The basic difference in the meaning of these two concepts are that in microeconomics what we do is we study the economic actions of individuals or small groups. It is basically associated with the individuals, that is including the particular firms, particular commodities, price of production at a particular industry. So that all we will be taking in microeconomics, whereas when we study macroeconomics then we see what are the aggregates, what is the national income, what is the general price level and what is the national output. So this is the difference in meaning between microeconomics and macroeconomics. Moving further, both of the words are derived from Greek terms. The microeconomics is derived from micro, that means small, and macroeconomics is derived from macros, which means large. Next point of difference is the objective difference. The main goal in microeconomics is to maximize the utility of an individual, the utility that an individual is getting from it, or at the supply side it is maximize the profits at minimum cost. Whereas in macroeconomics the main objective is to reach the level of full employment, price stability is there and economic growth is required, favorable balance of payment. So these are all the goals set when we try to study the macroeconomics. Next is the subject matter. In microeconomics only single economic variables are there, that is demand, supply, price, etc. Whereas macroeconomics we study about the aggregate demand, aggregate supply, the general price level. So this is the point of difference. Next, moving on, the microeconomics is also known as price theory, whereas the macroeconomics deals with income. So it is income and employment, so it is known as income theory. Next is scope. The microeconomics has a narrower scope. We have few things to study in microeconomics, whereas macro deals with more things. It has a wider scope and there is a lot of things that are included in study of macroeconomics. Next is the central problem in case of microeconomics is the price determination and allocation of resources, whereas in case of macroeconomics it is determination of level of income and employment. Income and employment are very important. These are the central problems, therefore it is also known as the income theory. Now moving on, next, the method of study. So microeconomics is based on the partial equilibrium analysis. We know partial equilibrium analysis means that only one industry or one firm is in equilibrium, whereas there is no change in the other ones. But in case of macroeconomics there is a general equilibrium analysis, so most of or all of the industries or whatever we are considering, that has to be in equilibrium. Next is that microeconomics is more static compared to macroeconomics. It is more static and macroeconomics is more dynamic. We see the inflation, deflation and business cycles, international trade and many more concepts in the macroeconomics. So it is more dynamic, it is changing with the time, but most of the microeconomic concepts are static in nature. Next is the limitations. See, microeconomics is based on unrealistic assumptions of full employment. Whenever we consider some microeconomic variables, then most of the times we keep full employment in our assumption. But it is not a right assumption. So it is an unrealistic assumption. Macroeconomics, in case of macroeconomics we see fallacy of composition. So what is true for the aggregate may not be true for the individuals, as we know that saving is a private virtue but a public vice. Similarly, we see that whatever is right at a level of economy as a whole may not be right at a level of individual. So these are the basic points of differences between microeconomics and macroeconomics. If you like this video, do subscribe to our channel. You can also get the full handwritten notes of this topic on our Telegram channel, so please do join the Telegram channel. Thank you for watching.